This here is the current amount of applicants playing on the 12th of July at the French Regional, which holds a top 16 chance to go to finals because we need invites like we do in America. This should have been an online regional. The one happening in Germany should be an online regional. Any event happening in the next 2 months should be an online regional. Now I say this as someone who lives in the UK, I say this as someone who lives in Europe. Travelling during the summer holidays in Europe is an absolute nightmare beyond belief. Everything is triple the price, everything is absolutely awful, nothing is good value, everything is trying to kill you. Now what I mean by this is the fact that if this was held in June, or if this was held in September, October, it would probably cost you about £150 for a full weekend, including flights, and maybe an extra 50-60 quid for food. The average price for 2 days here is about £300, €400, plus food, plus everything else tacked on at the end. So you're looking at €500 plus just for this 2-day event. Now this is what the Americans claim, that they have a lot of time for any event, and that could make sense. You know, you have a housing crisis really bad in America, Airbnb is the devil's work, so forth and so on. But at no point should anyone in business look at this and go, during the summer holidays, you just have events that are running in places that are going to cost you an arm and leg to get to, even if you're a local. Now, there are some people who I know who are going to some of these events that are lucky enough to have friends or family out in these areas and aren't paying too much to go. Just flights there and back, which again is 150-ish pounds, which doesn't sound like a lot, right? It costs me to go to Utrecht in December. I think it was £56 for flights and then nearly £56 for baggage, because Ryanair is a terrible business. But they know where they're getting their money from, and that is your luggage. I am paying 2/3 the price to go at Christmas time to a lovely country in possibly a very cold season, compared to in the summer months where I'm paying out the butt because everyone else wants to go to a nice hot country. Now, unfortunately for them, the UK has now become a hot country, just not suitable for hot weather. But I really do think that Bandai has to change its ways. So far this year, I don't think we've had a single online regional. And I say this as somebody who likes to cast. I've not been able to cast much this year. As in the 2025-26 season, not the 24-25 season. I did some casting with Adam. I did some casting with our good friend over at KTX Alexa's channel, when we had a great time. Now, I'm not complaining because it's like I'm out of work. No, I want to go play. I actually want to play Digimon. I want to actually get my invite. I want to go and have fun. I want to go and have a good time. But I can't justify spending £500 to earn nothing other than an invite where I have to spend another £500 to go play a card game. I have no issue with it being a bottomless money sink, but I can't justify spending £1,000 on a card game that's not really doing it for me, where I can justify spending £100 on a deck to play an online regional that should be happening over the summer holidays, because it's easy for people to play during the summer holidays. For those who are younger, who are playing during their off time because they're off uni, out of college, even school, great time to play. But children's card games aren't for children. So this is now a perfect time to understand that if it's not for children, but it is for adults, some of those adults will have children and they can't be doing everything that you need to do. So you need to be able to play online. Unfortunately, you started the card game with online due to a certain thing that was going around. Unfortunately, we've become somewhat expectant of having some form of online events. Now, I do believe that America's had some online events. We are lacking over here in Europe. I understand that America is very important to Bandai right now because they're cash cowing it out with all the other card games. But it would be nice to be considered that not every single event has to be in person, especially during a time of year where travel is expensive. Again, if this was during any of the off seasons, which is pretty much any other time of the year other than end of July to the beginning of September, probably not really an issue. But right now, this is an issue. This isn't people don't want to play Digimon. This is that people can't afford to play Digimon because you can't get time off work because it's summer holidays. Everything is already booked up months in advance, and people aren't paying like
triple prices because Bandai decided to hold an event somewhere. So Bandai, please consider summer holidays as a big playable event for everyone because they're off work, but at the same time, please consider it as an online event time only. As again, we all want to play Digimon, but we just can't justify flying to a different country and having summer holiday prices. Come on, be reasonable here. Just to say, this isn't as bad as what I've been hearing from America, where averagely you're spending £1,000 plus to go to an event. But over here in Europe, spending £500, £600 to just go play for 2 days is very expensive. So, we understand how you feel over there, but at the same time, yeah, it's not great. So, Bandai, please do better. And we'll catch you guys soon for some more Digimon content.